Hi, I'm Dawn Jones. Thank you for tuning into our podcast. My co-host, as you know, Melissa Reams, our Deputy City Manager, our producer, Michelle Charles, and today our guest on our podcast is Patti Osmus here with us in the CMO office. And we just thought we would talk about important reminders, events, just all things SWO.
Yep.
So speaking of SWO, let's just start off. Let's talk about the airport. There are some great things going on at the airport and some things that our community needs to know about.
Michelle, didn't we just have a successful Friday food trucks?
We did. Actually, in honor of Eric's dad jokes, Fly Day food trucks is actually what they are.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you guys cannot see, but our videographer is Eric Moreau, and he's right behind there, and he has the best dad jokes ever. So.
Yes, he's
well.
chock full of dad jokes.
Yes, he is.
And he's not a dad.
No, he's not. No, but he's ready. Whatever. I mean, he's got the jokes. He's got the jokes anyway.
Yeah.
But Fly Day food trucks. Okay, we're bringing it back for this spring. Mm-hmm. And the really exciting thing about this is that it lets people try some different things. It gets people out to the airport in a different way. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun to sit there and watch the planes take off and everything. With spring weather, it's kind of changeable. I was really worried last week, to be honest, because it had been raining all week and it was kind of overcast, and I wasn't sure, but guess what? The rain held off most of the way through, and we had a great turnout, actually. We had Andolini's, which is a pizzeria over in Tulsa that has this huge following, and they wind up on all these like national best of lists all the time. And so we had them come out, and they had a really good turnout.
Yeah. And it was your first one this season.
It was our first one of the season.
It was successful.
And it was. Yeah. You know, people aren't used to coming out there. So I was really kind of worried about that, but it went great. We had another one, Gigi's Comfort Food, came out, and oh my gosh. Okay, pancake sandwich. I talked to Gigi, who runs the food truck, and she really worked on this recipe. She wanted a pancake that was sturdy enough to serve as a bun for a sandwich, but that was still light and fluffy and tasted like a good pancake.
Wow. Sounds good to me. I'm sold.
Oh man,
I'll take
people went nuts over them as soon as she like made one and set it out on the counter.
So is that she's a food truck?
She's a food truck. She just started up. She's like lives around Perkins Ripley area.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So yeah, she's local and she's just getting going. But anyway, breakfast for any time of the day, you have me.
So we love us some Gigi's.
Yeah. So
tell us
really
about.
Good.
We have 2 more coming up.
Okay, we have 2 more coming up. We've got May 12th and May 19th. We've already got Babs, which is burritos. Since I'm not on the radio. And
Babs burritos.
Babs burritos. And you'll have to look it up on Facebook, and then you'll find out what that stands for. And then we're looking at Headliners Eats, which is a truck that does Philly cheesesteaks and smash burgers.
That's from the barbershop, right?
Yes, Rico Peterson.
Oh, yeah, Rico.
Down at the 12th and Main.
Yeah, so we've been talking to Rico, and I think he's going to come out on the 19th. So I'm very excited. We've got a couple of really good ones, and I guess we had committed to 3. We've got a few people who've said they'd maybe like to come back again in the summer, so maybe we need to play it by ear and see how it goes.
But we have set times, right?
Yes, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the serving time, and we set it up at the old OSU Flight Center, which is currently unoccupied. It's north of the main terminal, and I put banners out and make it to where it's really visible from the road. We hung little pennant flyers. It looks, we're trying to make it look like something that will catch people's eye from the road. We have food
trucks?
Yeah, because otherwise, people were driving right by it. They didn't know where it was.
So let's go a little bit deeper into this.
Yes.
So initially, when this concept, we first thought about this a little while back, and you have done amazing with this.
Thank you. Thank you.
And was to see, would people come out to the airport to eat? So if you go to Ponca City, there is a restaurant there at the airport that people just love. And you hear about it all the time.
Yes.
So is that something that our community would dive into? We know that our airport is a big economy boost and can be even more so with a few changes with restaurants. And what are some other things?
Well, on the drawing board, and I'm so excited about this, I saw the preliminary design is a brand new terminal, and we'd have an actual gate an actual sterile area for everybody to go and wait in, and then you're going to walk up the sky bridge and get on the plane.
Nice.
Expansion is built in, so cross your fingers. We were at that point, we could really be attractive to a different air carrier.
Yeah.
Maybe one that went, instead of going to Dallas, maybe you would go to Denver or to Chicago.
Just more options.
More options.
Yeah.
It has the concept has some really cool features. Because Stillwater, is such an inclusive community, we have built that into the terminal. So as you walk in, there is what we're calling an inclusivity space. So if you're coming with a special needs child that maybe doesn't react well to lots of people or lots of noise or light, you can go into this room and calm them down. And then we can start moving towards check through and get into the sterile area. Once you're in the sterile area, we have an area that's known as a SARA, and that stands for Service Animal Relief Area. And it's pretty cool. Because then that service animal can go in and if they're in the sterile area, you can't leave. So they have a place to go as well. And then there's another quiet room, especially again for anybody who's worried about flying or maybe has a challenge of some sort.
Or a first-time flyer.
Flyer, any of those folks.
Yeah.
They can go in and sit, and I think the architect's vision is kind of blue with calming music, plants, that kind of thing. And so these are some concepts that have been built into this new terminal. Now, whether they will make it to the final version or they'll land on the cutting room floor, I can't tell you. But we want to hear about what your opinions are on that.
I love that, seeking feedback, because there are certain amenities that we would like to provide at our airport, as Melissa just shared, some of those. But then there's a few others regarding food but you're still going to have the same things. You're still going to have that hometown hospitality, short lines, free parking.
Yeah.
I mean, the things you can't beat.
Right. And in the sterile area, we're going to build in some concessionaire opportunities. So it won't be like you're back there with nothing to do but twiddle your thumbs. So
That's right.
And
I think we also need to talk about the importance of the airport as far as economic development.
Absolutely.
When larger companies are looking at Stillwater, they want to know, do they have access to air service? If they're located wherever, that they can fly in quickly, fly in staff in and out and take advantage of that.
Right, absolutely. And when you think about people who fly in, whether it's GA pilots or it's commercial or charter, that airport is their first impression of Stillwater. And so we've had a lot of wonderful upgrades going on out there. But this terminal and this upgrade to our existing facilities is just going to take us to the next level. So we are super excited about what the future holds.
So were you going to add something?
Well, I was going to say that, I've seen the renderings of the proposed design. It is gorgeous.
It is.
It is quite lovely.
and the thing is, it's modern, it's open, it feels, it looks like it will feel relaxing, but at the same time warm. And we really have to put a lot of thought into this because how long are we going to be in this building, right? How long were we in the last terminal that we had? So
longer than we should have been.
Longer than we thought we would be.
Longer than we wanted to be.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, so you build in the ability to expand. You build in the ability to add features as new needs are identified.
Right.
And but you have to be really thoughtful about it because you're going to be living with it for a while.
And it's an expensive project.
But this is something that we, as far as our economy, we have to always bring that back. We need the sales tax dollars here.
Right.
We need to boost our economy. That is one of the many reasons why we say shop local, invest local.
Do you know what
here.
I saw today when I was downtown? I saw it at Blue Spruce and then at 405 Mercantile, and I think even Leonard's Jewelers had it. It's a little 3-step thing
The
that
planter.
says, yes,
those are
it
so
says
adorable.
shop local, shop
Yeah.
Stillwater, and then they have their name
Yeah.
at the bottom.
Well, I love that.
I love
I
it.
love it.
I don't know who came up with that idea, but I love
We
it.
shop local.
Yes, we do.
All the time. Okay,
Too
so-
often.
Maybe so. So that is a lot of great things about the airport.
Lots of stuff.
And you know what? Let's talk a little bit about some other things. So we've got, hey, Visit Stillwater. This next, actually, by the time you're watching this, rewind. Here's the dates. So we've got May 7th through May 13th is National Travel and Tourism Week. Ring the Registers promotion, and that is to shop local for any hospitality related purchases. And so by the time you're watching this, I think you'll probably still have a couple days left, right?
I
they'll
think
have
that's
the
what we
12th and
thought.
the
They'd have like a
13th.
couple, 2 days.
Okay, so you can take your receipt and go enter for a drawing at Visit Stillwater. They're giving away mini gift cards. But Visit Stillwater, let me just share with you, if you go to visitstillwater.com, or .org, I'm sorry. Let's fix that. If you go to visitstillwater.org, then you will see the comprehensive event calendar that they continuously update. Many great things going on. All of the events. When you say we don't have anything to do,
Oh.
I think that
We
maybe
beg
you
to
just
differ.
haven't discovered what you want to do yet. So,
Yes.
but again, that's another shop local.
Yeah,
Shop local.
absolutely.
Now let's transition over to Chamber and purchase on Perkins.
Yes.
That's
Great
an
things.
awesome thing going on.
Tell us about it.
Well, I don't know all the details, but I know if you'll go shop on Perkins Road, visit some of the vendors over there who have suffered because of the road construction. Support those guys. Go over there. Take a picture while you're there,
Yes.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Post it on the Chamber's
Website.
website
You're
or
doing
Facebook
so
page.
good. Yes, you register with the Chamber. Yes. And here's all you have to do is go to stillwaterchamber.org for more information. But you can potentially win up to $1,000
$1,000
cash prize just by
And-
shopping
wow.
local.
And they are extending it until the project is done, which we, fingers crossed, will be before school starts back in mid to late August.
Yep.
So
Okay.
university starts back. So
Literally perfect. And can we just, for 5 seconds, talk about how great, how appreciative we are of ODOT? Thank you.
yes.
Yes.
They have been so great to work with the entire Perkins Road project. And they've understood that, hey, you know, our businesses are kind of dealing with a lot. They've tried to move quick. They've tried to move at hours that would work around the school schedules, when they're near the elementary and junior highs. And they have really, really done so great and to work with and done well, as far as also making sure that lanes of traffic are continuously open during our big events, our football games, our graduations, our back to schools. And so they've built their construction calendar around these dates. And so we just really appreciate all of their hard work.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a lot for them to factor in too.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
mean,
And they've stayed on schedule,
Yeah, which is
which is
amazing,
amazing.
right?
Yeah.
Between
Yeah.
weather and
Yep.
you know, having to shut down for football season.
Yep.
And
Yes.
they've done
all
really
of that.
well.
So it's great. It's moving along.
Okay.
So Dawn, what
Yes, ma'am.
happens after? So next weekend, or the weekend of the 12th and the 13th, is OSU graduation,
Mhm.
and then we have high school graduation and
Go
Memorial.
Pioneers.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. But what happens in June and July? Are we just everybody leaves, or do we have things going on in June and July?
So, no, we have a lot of great things going on in June and
I'm
July.
so glad you asked.
I love that. Thanks for asking.
No, we didn't practice this.
Not at all. Okay.
What a segue.
Yeah.
So the first that I feel like it deserves utmost importance is Saturday, June 17th. We have Juneteenth. And
Yes.
Michelle, you want to talk a little bit about that event?
Yes. Juneteenth is a holiday that's sometimes called Freedom Day. Basically, for anyone who's not aware of it or who hasn't celebrated it before, it is pretty much when the last people at the very, very bottom, I think down in Galveston, learned of the Emancipation Proclamation. I'm reaching way out.
We were with you. We were like,
yeah. But and it was what, like about a year?
I think it was 2 years.
Yeah, so it was like 2 years.
2 years.
So I mean, yeah, people were kind of holding that information close for as long as they could. Anyway, Juneteenth, it has become sort of the a day of freedom that is celebrated throughout Black communities across the U.S., and it's just become kind of a symbol of freedom in general. We in Stillwater have made a commitment to supporting the holiday.
Yes.
And so for the last couple of years,
100%.
we have provided a lot of support for community celebration down in Southern Woods Park, which is the park that was in the neighborhood where during the segregation area, most of the Black families lived.
Yeah. Well, and I will tell you that Chief Watts, our police chief, is very involved and committed to this event. And when I walked in the door almost 2 years ago now, can you believe it?
No.
This was one event that he met with me about and said, I want to make this even bigger, better. What can we do? How can we help more?
Yes. So we're doing, we're in the middle of planning for it right now. So we're looking at logistics. We're looking at what kind of music we're going to have, what kind of food we're going to have, where, how we're going to accommodate everybody. We want to make it comfortable, fun. There's a lot of stuff going on.
It was so great last year.
It was.
It was a fantastic event.
Well,
the music was good, and the
snow cones were good.
Yes, all of it was. Yeah, it was a nice celebration.
Well, I think it's something that everyone can get excited about, and they should get excited about. And really, it's a celebration for the entire community.
Yes,
it's a way for the whole community to come together, and that's really what the organizers are wanting. So we're looking at making it as cool and as fun, for the whole family as we possibly can. I say cool because it is going to be in June.
Totally with you. I know exactly.
We're chasing
both kinds
shade.
of cool. Okay,
we're chasing shade. We're looking at tents and things like that so that people have a way to get out of the sun. And
that's
also
June
ways to cool
17th.
off.
Yes,
June
ma'am.
17th. But the splash pad will be open by that
It
time,
should
right?
And it was last year, and they utilized it. Splash
Yeah.
pads will open up Memorial Day weekend.
Exactly.
So that'll be good.
By the way, hey, splash pads will be open Memorial Day weekend. So there's that.
Yes.
There's the one at Southern Woods and Boomer Lake.
Boomer Lake.
Yes.
And the
Good
pool.
luck.
When's
The pool should
gonna
open that
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
municipal.
so that same weekend of Juneteenth, we have June 16th through 18th is the first time that we've got this, and there is a whole group that has collaborated together. Jim Beckstrom is really leading the charge for Dancing Turtle, and it is an event that any type of art you can possibly imagine will be celebrated, included. There will be competitions. There will just be opportunities for you to just learn about them. In fact, there will be educational opportunities for you to learn how to do certain pieces of art, that from songwriting to welded pieces to dance to anything you can imagine. Dancing Turtle. You can find more information about Dancing Turtle on Facebook. I encourage you to do it and get involved with that. That is definitely a family fun event. And if you are someone who lives nearby, come visit, come check it out. There's going to be lots of food, lots of music, just all of the fun things. Okay, let's go on another. July 4th is
Boomer Blast.
And it's on July 4th.
Yes, ma'am.
The actual day.
The actual day.
The actual holiday. So we will see you hopefully at Boomer Lake for Boomer Blast. All of that information is available at stillwater.org. And we will just have all of the things. We will have food trucks again, like we did last year, which was a great time. And we will have the cooling stations, the relief stations. We'll also have the first aid available. We'll have lots of music, lots of food, vendors, and then, of course, fireworks. Tons and tons of fireworks.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and it's a great display. It is a great fireworks show.
They did so amazing last
So
year.
good.
I loved it. Okay, last but not least, we do have July 19th and through 23rd, Stillwater's annual Crazy Days. Crazy Days.
Okay, how are we spelling it?
K.
Okay, I'm going to tell you because
we're going vintage.
Okay,
we're going back.
It's crazier when you spell it with a K.
Yes.
It just is.
Yes. Yeah. Nope. They brought it back. So
Okay.
Visit Stillwater is kind of taking the lead for us on that as far as organizing crazy days and working with Chamber. They have a great working relationship, and as do we with both entities. Couldn't say enough great things and appreciate them. And then, of course, our downtown association. So they're all working together. We're all collaborating. Safety, shopping, fun, all the things.
Collectible T-shirt.
Oh, heck
Oh.
yes.
Visit Stillwater
Okay.
has designed a pretty darn cool
Yeah.
T-shirt
Awesome.
Yes.
that
Yeah.
celebrates Crazy Days.
Yep. They're
Nice.
bringing it back.
Yeah, they're
Cool.
bringing it. So
Yeah.
Right.
Christy and the girls bringing it back.
that
Everybody
will
likes
be
a
the
t-shirt.
T-shirt to
Yeah,
have.
yes,
We're
it
excited.
will.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay, so many things.
And then when does
Gonna be a
college
busy
start
summer.
again?
Oh, Melissa, you're getting ahead of
That's
us.
all.
I know.
August.
Is it
We are
August?
definitely-
It's still summer for me.
Yeah. Okay. So college and all of that will start after they have an amazing summer
Yes.
in August.
That's right.
Yes. So we have covered so many things, and our time is up.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
So, well, thank you for tuning into our podcast, and thank you, Patty, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, ladies. Great
Absolutely.
conversation. We have so many great events coming up, and thank you guys for joining us. Together, we are investing in municipal excellence. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.